In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. You would have heard somebody saying, or you might have read it somewhere else, simple living, high thinking. How beautiful these words are. How beautiful these words are. These words says that the life should be kept simple. The life should be made simple enough. There should not be much of the sophistication in it. There must not be so many of the formalities in it, because that much of the formalities and the sophistication actually make the life complicated. And as far these complications are concerned, the complications are complications, and the life does become unenjoyable, and the life does become difficult enough. We should not be trying to make our life difficult enough. We should not be trying to make our life complicated enough. To avoid the complications, to avoid the difficulties, unnecessary difficulties in the life, what we need to do is that we should turn to simple life. And also, there are, you would have seen, there are people who are working too much, who are working excessively to make their look shiny enough, to make their look, their outer self bright enough. It is not bad to look upon, to work, to clean, and to make our outer look shine. It, there is nothing bad in it. But the only problem is that once we are found excessively indulging it in it, once we are found focusing and concentrating upon making our look and our outer look shine enough, what does happen? We forget our inner look. We forget our inner look. The inner, the cleansing of the inner is far more important than cleaning our outer look, our outer self. The inner self is definitely 10 times more important, without ignoring the importance of the outer look. That is quite okay, but inner look and inner cleansing is obviously 10 times more important. Dear friends, a very honorable, respectable personality of the world, I heard him saying that the quality of your conversation is actually the quality of your life. The quality of your conversation is the quality of your life. I started thinking how the quality of our conversation makes actually makes the quality of our life. Then I came to understand that whatever you are found talking, conversing, and communicating, it is actually your thinking. It is actually your thinking. Unless and until you don't raise your thinking, unless and until your thinking does not gets advanced enough, unless and until your thinking does not become magnificent enough, as far your conversation is concerned, your talk and your communication is concerned, I think it is not going to be raised at all. But if at all you, as far the thinking, raising the quality of our thinking is concerned, obviously it demands a kind of meticulous work. It demands a huge sum of effort. It cannot be done overnight at all. It is a long process, and to be able to undergo all of that long process, I think that we need to really do the meticulous work. Another person was said something very unique and very impressive, and that actually only that is only one sentence, and that sentence is that your thoughts are your destination. Your thoughts are your destination. how simple but how comprehensive. I think I haven't heard something as comprehensive as this one, as brief but as comprehensive at the same time, my dear friend. If at all we want to make our destiny good enough, if at all we want to make our destiny splendid enough and grand enough, all what we need to do is that we need to make our thoughts, our thinking, the thinking of high quality, and that is the only way, that is the only way. Because as far our mind is concerned, our mind is a fertile land. Whatever we sow here, whatever we cultivate here, it start coming out, and it start becoming our life. And that is how we can make our simple living and high thinking. It is also said by the very wise people, and this saying is that the container, the pot, has to be cleansed from inside, although outer cleansing it is also necessary. But as for the outer cleansing are concerned, I think it is 10 times more important that our inner self does get cleansed. I think so. We need to think upon it. We need to pay enough attention to it, because if at all we are working too much to make our outer self shine enough, bright enough, and the trouble is that we have a limited amount of time and the limited amount of energy in our hand. And the reason, the thing is that if at all most of our time and energy is consumed upon cleansing ourselves from outside, what is going to happen then? That our inner self will remain untidy and not clean at all. And if at all our inner self is not clean enough, is not shining enough, is not tidy enough, then I think so that our life is going to be an absolute failure. Then we need to focus and to concentrate upon the phrase of simple living and high thinking, also even more comprehensively, that whatever the quality of our thoughts will be, the quality will be our destination. Our thoughts will become our destination. Let's start working upon this. Thank you.